Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, dear students. Um, I'm Abdul Qadir Al Jundi, your English teacher. Today we are gonna learn about vocabulary. Our vocabulary gonna be to learn words related to crime and words easily confused. You're gonna need your English student's book and workbook. We are going to learn how to use the words in sentences appropriately. You're gonna go to your student's book, page 34. You can see in page 34, first exercise 1A, there is a table. These words related to crime. In this table, it is divided into three categories. The first category to the left, verb, فعل, crime, جريمة, criminal, the man who does the crime, مجرم. So criminal, مجرم. We are going to fill this table by writing the missing words, whether it is a verb or crime or criminal. You're gonna watch a PowerPoint so that you can see the words and read them. We're gonna fill first this table, and then I'm gonna show you the meaning of these words and other words related to crime.
Previous.
So you're gonna see the words related to crime in a table. If you remember these words and answers, if you didn't get the answers, whether you were absent the last lesson at school, so you can copy these words answers because they are related to each other. Here we have the table. So the verb rob is gonna be as a crime, robbery. So all these words, you're gonna give the verb, the crime, the criminal. The criminal for robbery, robber. And then the verb for theft, thief, but it is not common used, thief. You can write TH in a verb, THIEVE. Again, the verb THIEVE. And then theft, which is the crime, thief is the criminal. The second word, if you look at the crime, kidnapping. The verb for kidnapping, kidnap. And the criminal, kidnapper. For the next word, shoplift, which is ينشل. Kidnap means يخطف. Okay, shoplift, ينشل. From its name, shop. Usually, shoplifting happens in shops, in malls, in places where crowded by people. And for the criminal, shoplifter. The next word, if you can see the crime, burglary. Burglary, the verb burgle. And for the criminal, it is burglar. And the next word, if you can look, it only we have the murderer. So the verb from murder, murder. And the crime, it is the same noun, verb, murder. The last word, of course, murder means يقتل. And the last word, hijack. Hijacking means يخطف. So the verb hijack, the crime hijacking, or it is the same hijack, خطف, and the criminal hijacker. Let's go to the next exercise, and you are going to use complete the sentences with words from the table above. You may need to change the form of the words. Look, number 1, and you're gonna look for clues. So again, I'm going to read the words, the verbs from the table. رب يسرق. Usually this happens by using violence at a bank, or any way using violence. Usually, which is رب means يسطو. So the words يسطو means that you use weapons to threaten people's life. Let's go for the answer. It is theft, because here the noun. Look at number 2. Parents should leave young children alone in public places, as someone might. So it is about children. So when you think about children, you want to protect. From whom? From kidnapping, from kidnapper. So here, kidnap. So the answer, kidnap. Number 3, fortunately. So you can underline the word children so that you know, or someone might kidnap them. For number 3, fortunately, the police arrived in time to stop the bank. Oh, here the word bank. The bank is a clue for robbery. So yes, robbery in progress. The 2 people were caught at the mall this morning. Mall, usually it is crowded. So you know what are there in a mall? There are some shops. So you go for shoplifting. Number 5, the airline is increasing its security in order to prevent further. So airline means a plane. So usually maybe you hear in the news or you read in the newspaper about hijacking planes. So to prevent further hijacking or hijacks. So خطف طائرات. Number 6, they found the hiding in the library with a knife in his hand. So usually it is murderer, because he has a knife. Knife means سكين. So he made maybe a crime. Let's go to the next exercise, which is about collocations. Collocations, words go together, that you can't use this verb. As learners of English, we are beginner, and sometimes we use the wrong verb with the wrong noun. So you need to focus on these words so that you give the specific meaning you wanted. Collocations, as I said, the definition, words go together. Words go together. So look at these answers. For the words, you're going to match the words to the left with the words to the right. And all of them, they are about crime and punishment. So the first one, number 1, it is pay what? Pay a fine. What is a fine? You pay money. A fine, مخالفة. Okay? That is the first word. Number 2, commit. يقترف. يرتكب. What you do, commit. Commit a crime. يرتكب جريمة. For number 3, serve time. When you are sentenced by a judge, so you serve your time. Usually, of course, in a jail, in a prison. So serve time, يقضي المحكومية. Number 4, plead. So usually criminals or these at the court, they plead guilty or not guilty. So you say plead guilty. Okay? Break the law. Of course, break the law means ينتهك القانون. ينتهك القانون. Break, ينتهك the law القانون. For number 6, take to court. For example, if someone wants to take you to court, that means to take his right, as he thinks so, at least, from his point of view. Reach, now in the Western or in American judicial system, there is a jury, which is هيئة المحلفين. So the judge, did you reach a verdict? هل توصلتم إلى قرار? So reach a verdict about the crime, about the criminal, whether he is guilty or not, مذنب أو لا. Okay, let's go now to the next exercise, which is you're gonna use words from this list in this. So look at these words and try to find what is the best collocation in this exercise. Exercise says complete the sentences with some of the collocations above, only from the words above, the words listed from 1 to 7. You will need to change the form of some of the verbs. Number 1, pay a fine. I didn't pay my phone bill on time, so the company made me pay a fine. Okay, the next one, we all thought Tim was an honest person, so we were shocked to hear that he had committed such a serious, of course, a crime. And then number 3, the jury took over 3 days. The jury, as I told you before, jury in the American or Western judicial system, they have a jury, هيئة محلفين. They see and they try to reach a verdict. The jury took over 3 days to reach a verdict in the murder case. And number 4, in some countries you are when you litter the streets. ترمي القاذورات في الشوارع. So it is, what is it? Breaking the law. تنتهك القانون. For number 5, Brian decided to what? His neighbor, because he was always making noise at night. So you take him to court. تأخذه إلى المحكمة. Okay? So these are the answers. Let's go to the next exercise on the same page. Here about words easily confused. كلمات من السهل أن تربكك أو تشوش المعنى. They are close. Some people like us, beginner in English, we don't know which verb we use. So look at these sentences and you're gonna rob, steal, burgle, or mug. For rob, as I told you, you use violence with weapons, with guns, to steal. Steal, usually it is a general word, and burgle usually happens at houses, in houses at night usually. Burgle, يسرق المنازل. Burgle, usually burglary happens in houses at night usually, but doesn't mean that they don't go, and usually they are, let's say, the least dangerous people or criminals for stealing. The burglar, he wants only to steal things. He doesn't want to threaten anybody or just make any harmful things to anybody. For mug, it is a word, usually happens, they hit you and take the wallet and take the money. So this is bad because usually happens in the streets. So they mug means they attack you and hit you suddenly, and they take your wallet and they go. Okay, let's go to the answers. The first one, it is shown, it is to rob the bank. Usually the bank, rob. Let's go to the second, mug. Someone tried to mug my grandfather the other day, but he beat him with his cane. Cane تعني عصا. Usually old people, they use it to walk. Let's go for number 3. As you see, stole, the past simple, the past verb of steal. يسرق, سرق. The Smith's house was burgled. So the word home or house last week. So usually burglary happens in this. Now let's go to the next exercise. Here, these words, as we said, another group of words easily confused: avoid, يتجنب, prevent, يمنع, ban, يحظر, forbid, also يمنع. But they have different meanings. I will show you at the end of these words. The first answer, banned. Banned smoking in all public buildings. يحظر التدخين في الأماكن العامة والبنايات العامة. Okay, the second one, the criminal wanted to avoid serving his jail sentence. يتجنب يقضي محكوميته في السجن. So he left the country, غادر البلاد. Number 7, it is about forbid. I forbid you, يعني not allow you to leave your room, young lady. So he doesn't allow, لا يسمح, forbid, يمنع. The last one, there are many ways that you can prevent forest fires. Forest fires, of course, you hear in the news and you read about forest fires where there are forests, of course. Maybe arsonery, some people on purpose, they do that, or just by the hot weather, especially in summer. The third group of words easily confused: victim, hostage, witness. Victim ضحية, hostage رهينة, witness شاهد. Again, victim ضحية, hostage رهينة, witness شاهد. Number 9, no one ever feels safe again once they have been the of a crime. So this is about safe. So safe from what? From a victim. You are a victim, you want to be safe again. Number 10, the bank robbers are holding over 20, so they are hostages. Okay? So they are hostages in the bank, holding hostages, 20 hostages. And there were 5 witnesses at the scene of the accident, مسرح الحادث, the scene, who all agree that it was caused by the driver of the blue car. Let's go to the next witness. Okay, let's go to the last group of words. Blame يلوم, accuse يتهم, charge يجرم, convict يدين, sentence يحكم. Number 12, the campers were for setting fire to the forest. So you need to blame, the campers were blamed. وجه لهم اللوم, for setting fire, إشعال النار, to the forest. Tony accused his boss of stealing money from the company, and the criminal was to life in prison. The criminal was sentenced. حكم مؤبد, to life. When it is life, sentenced to life means حكم مؤبد. In a prison, of course, في السجن. And number 15, charge. The police have enough evidence to charge يجرم the man with the forgery. Forgery, التزوير. And number 16, he was convicted of blackmail and spent many years in a prison. So that's our lesson for today. You need to go for just the meaning of the words. Here are the words which you need to go for and look: rob, mug, steal, burgle, ban, avoid. So all these words you're gonna see, and please go for the meaning of these words. To the left you find them here, all these words. You're gonna see and check the meaning of these words: rob, mug, steal, burgle, ban, avoid, forbid, prevent, victim, hostage, witness, blame, accuse, and sentence, charge, convict. So these verbs you need to distinguish. Convict, okay? So you go for the meaning again, read them carefully. Okay, let's now go to the workbook. You have answers for the words in your workbook. Page 24 and 25, I'm gonna show you. So you go to your workbook, and remember the pages you need to answer these. So anything 32 and 33. Here are the answers. And the next exercise, here are the answers. And these words with definition: blackmail, ابتزاز, burglary, سرقة المنازل, murder, جريمة, kidnapping, خطف, theft, سرقة, hacking, that we know about hacking, that you go and enter information and steal these information to take advantage of these information. And another exercise on page 25. So these are the criminals of the crimes they commit: kidnapper, robbers, fraud, احتيال. Okay? Fraud means احتيال. Fine, غرامة, hijacker, and shoplifting. And the last exercise today in your workbook is about grammar. If you remember that, that is about grammar. Okay, thank you guys for listening, and I hope that you get the benefit of this lesson. Thank you very much for listening, and see you in the next lesson, inshallah.